Hello and welcome. This is my latest chat about a book, and this is Dice Men. I was about to say a review, but I just, I don't do reviews. I basically, I see a book that I think is absolutely fantastic, and then I try and get everyone to buy it. So, it's definitely not a review. It's just a chat about another fantastic book that I've got. Dice Men is written by Ian Livingstone with Steve Jackson, and it's just anyone who's interested in role playing or the history of role playing. It's just a fantastic piece to have. It's just marvelous. It's just chapter after chapter of just fascinating, interesting tidbits, and just the history of the origin story of Games Workshop, as it says on the front cover. You've got to be careful, because there's a book called The Dice Man, and that's a very different book. I've read that as well. It's it's an interesting book, but it's absolutely nothing to do with role playing games. So Dice Men is written by Ian Livingstone with Steve Jackson, and just brilliant. Just it starts out just talking about how they got the rights very early on from Gary Gygax, who this book is. Yes, it's in memory of Gary Gygax. So Gary Gygax obviously started Dungeons and Dragons. They talk about how where the ideas came from and how he created the game, and then they just struck the bat. Two young men in the UK managed to it's amazing how it happened and how simple it was. But they managed. Gary Gygax gave them the rights to the UK and Europe for Dungeons and Dragons. So it's just an amazing start, and just sort of go through the book, talking about the experiences from the start to sort of saying about now. It's the Games Workshop's worth $3 billion. So just incredible story. And just so interesting. You're just looking through, just page after page of just wonderful pictures. All the history, all the different people, all the different games that they're doing. So it's a large book, lots of chapters, just a hell of a lot of great stuff in there. Just very interesting. I love the there's sections on all the different games that they started getting involved with, like Judge Dredd, for example. That was became very popular. There was Judge Dredd figures. Judge Dredd was in White Dwarf for lots of stories in there. It's very interesting that the previous book the previous chat about a book was Leading the Rebellion, which was written by Jason Kingsley, and him and his brother own Rebellion, which are there's two video games coming out, there's Sniper Elite, there's new Sniper Elite, the latest one, and then there's also another fantasy game coming out. So Rebellion is still up there, and they own 2000 AD, which is where Judge Dredd comes from. But I think they bought it in the year 2000, so I think Judge Dredd was very much like in the early 80s, 83, 84. That was the. So that was very interesting, all the stories there, and just very interesting. How I really enjoyed. They show all the memorabilia, so things like all the games days. They used to have the conventions. which were, compared to the sort of things that they have in America, and obviously gaming nowadays is, these conventions are absolutely enormous, but unfortunately not enough of them anymore. But it's just really interesting, and they showed the Games Day 1979, and then it's 1984, and then on this page it shows 1985, which is the one I went to, and and they show you all the badges, and I've got the badge as well. I've got the same Games Day 1985 badge, and obviously they all the other badges as well. So I've had a few of the other ones, which was good fun. So just very interesting book, just a real pleasure. I couldn't believe it when I looked on Amazon. This is a hardback, it costs £30 in the UK. It's hardback, it's worth every penny, and on Amazon it's half price. They're selling it for £15. So as I said, anyone who's a fan of role playing, if you've got the money, or I think just nowadays it's if you've got the space as well, but it's really worth treating yourself to, and it's just a lovely thing to own, really. So highly recommended, and hope you get a chance to enjoy it as much as I have. Thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll be back with another chat about a book soon. Bye for now.